Hi, this is Darren Winters. I'm pretty excited as I've got something for you that I have never offered to anyone before, and I'll probably never offer again. It's an invitation for you to join me for a live trading day, where I will be trading for real trades, real money, so you know exactly how to succeed as a trader. You're also going to learn my number one trading strategy, the strategy that I use most. I have never taught this strategy before, as I've only fully developed it and perfected it over the last couple of years. It's a strategy where even if you get more than half your trades wrong, you can still make excellent profits. Now, if you think about it, if you just pick random shares, how many are you likely to get right? About 50%, yeah? With this strategy, you can actually get more than 50% of your trades wrong and still make great money. Even if you get more than half your trades wrong, you still make money. It's my best strategy. You're going to see me trade this for real, and you are absolutely going to know how to use it. It's a very simple strategy, but it's very, very powerful. And this live trading day is at a price that virtually anybody will be able to afford. Now, a lot of you already know me. For those of you who don't, I own the biggest, most successful stock market training company in the UK, the Wealth Training Company. We've successfully trained over 250,000 people how to invest. I personally haven't taught a training course for about 6 years. I trained other people to become excellent traders, and they now teach our courses. Basically, I retired about 6 years ago, so I could do whatever I felt like doing. I've been very successful at trading. I've made many millions of pounds from the stock market, and I decided I just want to relax and have fun and do the things I like to do. And that's pretty much what I've done for the last 6 years. And I've had a great time. I've been traveling a lot. I've done a lot of things I love doing. I've been trading, and my wealth has grown even more. I just got back from 6 weeks snowboarding. I stayed in the absolute best chalet in the whole resort. Beautiful place. I had a fantastic time. I've put a few pictures on this website, so you can have a look in a minute. Now, I said I hadn't taught a training course for 6 years. There was one exception. About a year ago, I took on a group of 34 apprentices. Now, what I'm going to offer you today is nothing to do with that apprentice program. It's equally as powerful, but it's something that virtually anyone will be able to afford to do. With my apprentices, I took a small group of people and I let them watch me trade so that they could see exactly what I was doing. And I taught them how to become outstanding traders. And they got some pretty incredible results, as you'll see on this website. I put a whole load of their results on this website so you can have a look. Now, the thing is, my apprentices paid me a lot of money, and they expected the training to be outstanding. So did I live up to their expectations? Well, you can have a read on the website and you'll see what they thought of the training. Just to give you an idea, I've got the feedback forms here. I'll quickly go through a couple of them. The first one, Mr. Wingate. He says, excellent training. I made 126% profit in 3 weeks. Pretty good. The next one, Miss Metzger. She says, outstanding. It was money well spent. There is no other course that can outclass this one. Next is Mr. Potuk. He said, it's fair to say that this is the best training of its kind in the world. And let's do one more. Mr. Obel. The little tips on the trading day were worth gold. Using just a few of them, I made 80% profit in a day. 80% profit in a day, that is pretty outstanding. And you'll see the rest on the website. You can have a look at those. Now, how are you going to benefit from all of this? Well, I'd like to invite you to my most powerful stock market training course ever. I'm going to be teaching it personally. It's a live trading day where I will trade for real, and you will see exactly how to do this. You're going to know how to succeed as a trader because you're going to see it so many times. Now, why am I doing this? How did I come up with the idea for this live trading day? Well, I was relaxing on a beach in Barbados, and I was thinking to myself, what was the one most effective thing I did when learning to become a successful trader that helped me the most? And I got thinking through all the things I did when I was learning to trade. And when I started out, I read literally hundreds of books on investing. I did a speed reading course, I did an accelerated learning course, and then I started reading the books. And it still took a long time. But I learned a lot. Some of the books were good, some were not so good, but I went through them, I took good notes, I tested what I learned, and it was very, very useful. Was it effective? Not really, because it took so long. It took a really long time to get through all of these books. Then I started on the stock market seminars. I attended all the seminars I could around the world on stock market trading. And I must have gone to about 30 of them, I should think. And some of those were great, some of them were not so good. And again, I had to test what worked. I had to apply it for real and see which strategies were the best. I had to make my notes, I had to put it all together. But it was more effective. I could learn quicker going to seminars, so that was pretty good. I then decided I wanted to track down the greatest living investors in the world and get them to teach me personally. And I would do whatever it took to get them to teach me. Some of them I offered to work for free for them, in return for them spending just a little bit of time with me, teaching me. And quite a few of them agreed to that. Some of them didn't, and I just had to pay them. One guy, I paid $20,000 a month just so that he would spend 1 hour on the telephone with me per week. So for $20,000, I got 4 hours a month on the telephone. Now, was that worth it? Well, I can tell you, yes, it was worth it from what I learned from that. That was pretty effective. Now, by this stage, I was getting pretty good at investing. I got invited to speak at the first ever stock market trading conference in Moscow. They'd invited all the best traders in the world to come and speak at this conference. Now, the great thing was, because we were the only English-speaking people there, we tended to hang out together. So I got to hang out with the best traders in the world. I got to sit on the sofa with John Bollinger, the guy who invented Bollinger Bands, quite a famous stock market indicator. Well, he taught me his strategies one-to-one. I got to sit in a bar with Larry Williams whilst he was explaining his latest techniques and strategies to me. I got to hang out with so many famous investors who would teach me one-to-one. Now, that was so powerful. After doing that, I'd learnt so many insights, but it still wasn't the most effective thing I did. When I got to sit down and watch a very, very successful trader trading for real and explaining to me what he was doing, that was it. Actually being able to sit down with a highly successful trader and watch them trade for real while they explain what they're doing. I believe that is the most effective thing you can do to become an outstanding trader. And that's why I came up with this live trading day, because that's what I want to give to you. Now, after doing all of that, after learning all of that, I came back to the UK and I became a very, very successful trader. I was a multi-millionaire by the time I was 30. And once I became very successful at trading, I started to get a lot of attention. Some good, some bad. And I learned something that was quite interesting. I learned that there are really two groups of people. The first group are people who, when they see someone become very successful, they want to try and bring them down. And I had that happen to me. I actually had people making up bad stuff about me who I'd never met before, who I'd never even trained before. Now, this type of people, the more successful someone becomes, the more they want to try and stop them. And it seems that this is true for anyone who becomes the very best in their field. I noticed a while back, Jamie Oliver, the celebrity chef, when he first started out, he was very popular. Everybody seemed to like what he was doing. He was generally getting a whole load of great stories written about him, and everybody loved him. But then suddenly, everybody started to hate him. The media started to make up bad stories about him. None of them true. They were just making up bad stuff to try and bring him down. And now he's popular again. It seems like, personally, I think he did a lot of great stuff, or does a lot of great stuff for the health and diet of kids in the UK. Now, I don't know why some people are very negative about other people's success. I guess it could just be that they're jealous when they see someone else doing very well. But there's a second group of people. And this group are people who, when they see someone become very successful, they say to themselves, that is excellent, and I want to know how to do the same. And I had people coming to me saying, will you teach me? And that's how my company started. It was kind of accidental. The great thing is, when the people used what I taught them, they were getting some incredible results. And they started referring more and more people to me. And that's how the company grew. Quite a few years ago, I was at an investment exhibition. And a man came up to me. I didn't recognise him. And he said, I just want to shake your hand and say thank you. He said, I was trained by you a few years ago. Since then, I have made several £million profit trading the stock market. He said, what you teach works so well. I love to hear that stuff. I know this stuff works, and I love it when someone uses it and does really well. So let me tell you what you're going to get on this live trading day. You are going to like this a lot. Actually, before we do that, there's one other thing which you might find interesting that not many people know. Now, something that most people do know, which I've already said, is that we're the #1 stock market training company in the UK. And we are by a long, long way. Even though I know another company who occasionally likes to claim they are. They are definitely not. But anyway, the interesting fact that not many people know is that for the next 3 biggest stock market training companies in the UK, after us, their founders were all trained by me. That's a fact. Now, some of them would rather you didn't know that. But I'm not going to name names on this video, but if you ask me personally, I'll be happy to tell you who they are. But if you think of the next 3 biggest stock market training companies in the UK, their founders were all trained by me. Now, why is that important to you? Well, the thing is, they were trained by me 5, 6, and 12 years ago. And the strategies I use now are so much more powerful than the strategies I used back then. Yet they still teach a lot of my old techniques. And often they even get these slightly wrong. Which means the way some of them teach some of this doesn't even work. Which is, if you've done someone else's training course and you haven't got the results that you wanted, that's probably why. If you want to learn what really does work in the stock market, and you want to see me trading live, real trades, real money, so you absolutely know how to use this, you've got to get yourself a place on this live trading day. Let me tell you what you're going to learn. You will learn my #1 strategy, the strategy that I use the most. It's a strategy, as I've said, that even if you get more than half the trades wrong, you still make great money. It's my best strategy. You're going to see me using this for real. You'll know exactly how to use it. You're going to learn how to find trades, how to enter them, how to place your stops, how to move your stops, and how to exit the trades. Basically, each step you need to know. You're going to see me do this many times for real, so you'll absolutely know how to do it. You're also going to learn how to get maximum profit for minimum amount of time trading. You will only need 1 hour a week to do your research, which you can do at the weekend, and then 15 minutes in the evening every other day. If you have a full-time job, you will definitely be able to do this alongside your job. When I started out trading, I decided I wanted to make a lot of money, but I also wanted to have a lot of time, so I could enjoy all the things I want to do. If you want to go snowboarding for 6 weeks, you want to have the time to be able to do that, or whatever it is you like to do. You're also going to learn how to find and profit from shares that are about to do massive, fast moves. I did one of these trades just last week, on Tuesday. I made £2,250 profit in 1 day for 10 minutes work. Over £2,000 profit in a day for 10 minutes work. Not bad. I'll actually show you that trade. so you can see exactly what I did. And I'll show you how to find a lot more trades like that, so you can do the same thing. You'll also learn two very, very simple strategies. They're very powerful, but they're very simple. If you've ever tried the stock market trading and you found it a bit complicated or a bit too confusing, and you wanted something that was simple, these are the strategies for you. They are very powerful, but they are so simple. You just follow the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. There's no complicated technical analysis. There's no trying to interpret indicators. They're just excellent strategies that work. If you want to know how to get a consistent monthly income from trading, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'll show you how to find the types of trades for doing that. I'll actually trade them for real, so you'll see exactly how it's done. If you want to know how to invest, and you want me to trade you personally, to train you personally, at a price that virtually anybody can afford, this is it. I've never offered anything like this before. The chances are I will probably never offer this again. Have a look at this website for the full details. I would suggest you apply for a place today, as these details have gone out to all 250,000 of our clients. And this trading day is going to sell out very fast. If you manage to get a place, I look forward to meeting you in person. You are going to learn what really does work to make money trading the stock market.